Hello and welcome to the State of Nevada's training for certification of community-based living arrangement providers. This module will cover your client's personal rights and responsibilities and due process issues. Let's start this discussion with the legal concept that all clients have rights unless they have been restricted through due process, which is the legal process guaranteed in the United States as a safeguard against denial of a person's right to life, liberty, and property. The United States Constitution and many court decisions handed down over the years protect people's rights. You might be familiar with many of these rights, while others you might not be so familiar with, but need to be as a member of your client's health provider team. Your CBLA clients have constitutional rights to access the courts and legal representation, the right to free association, the right to contract for, own, and dispose of property, equal education opportunity, equal employment opportunity, equal protection and due processes, freedom from cruel and unusual punishment, freedom of speech and expression. They have the right to marry, procreate, and raise children. They have the right to vote. They can enjoy freedom of religious expression. They have the right to privacy, both in their personal life and regarding their health care. They have the right to learn about their personal diagnosis. They have the right to confidential medical records. They have the right to receive training, the right to register a complaint, the right to an individual place of care, and the right to treatment. Your clients have certain rights on top of those we just mentioned. Those rights include choice of residence, choice of roommates, privacy of belongings, meaning you cannot go through your client's belongings without their permission, the right to a clean and safe residence, the right to wear their own clothing, to keep their own personal possessions unless those articles may be used to endanger you or others' lives, the right to have access to individual space for storage and private use, reasonable access to telephone, both to make and receive calls, and the right to see visitors. Along with their rights, your clients have certain responsibilities when it comes to their care and placement within your CBLA environment. Those responsibilities are to provide, to the best of his or her knowledge, accurate and complete information on his or her history, to report unexpected changes in condition, to ask questions and get clarification on their treatment plans or goals, to discuss and work with staff to review options for any aspect of their care, to assume full financial responsibilities for the care received when that's applicable, to follow rules and regulations affecting their personal care and their own conduct. Your clients have a responsibility to be considerate of the rights of other clients and personnel. They have a responsibility to be respectful of the property of others, to follow their individualized support plan, to keep appointments or notify staff members or the facility when they're unable to do so. And they have the responsibility to work in partnership with their treatment team or accept the responsibility for any adverse outcomes resulting from their refusal. You as a CBLA provider have some responsibilities as well. You may not release any information about a client's plan of care or about the client themselves without their permission. If a client moves out, you can be used as a reference for their new apartment. Just indicate whether or not the client paid rent. And except for the contract to provide CBLA services, you may not enter into any outside business relationships with your clients. The overall message here is that you are expected to support your client's constitutional rights. You need to take the time to teach your clients to responsibly exercise their rights. In so doing, it's important that the expectation of your clients is clearly explained to them. It'll help them understand and remember if both each individual right and the responsibilities accompanying that right is written down for them. As you prepare for the actions you'll take in being proactive to help your clients with their rights and responsibilities, there are some do's and don'ts to keep in mind. You do want to review each client's rights carefully and completely. You do want to identify the supports and experiences that each client may need. Do test their abilities through experiences, offer them a variety of learning experiences, and look for new ways to involve clients in decision-making and community activities. Do not assume that clients cannot learn to exercise their rights, and do not wait for the clients to initiate action or ask for assistance. To make an action plan for yourself and your staff, review these questions. Do all of your staff members know the rights of your clients? If not, teach them. Are rights reviewed with clients regularly? If not, schedule appointments with your clients to discuss them and create a policy to review rights with new clients as soon as they move in. Do your staff expect clients to exercise their individual rights? If they do, again, teach your staff not to wait for clients to exercise their rights. And what assistance is needed for clients to exercise their rights? Make a list of what you need and plan on getting that help. In continuing to create your action plan, ask yourself, have you conducted a full assessment of each client's abilities and preferences? If not, schedule those assessments as soon as possible. You can also make action items by looking for opportunities to support your clients, by helping them make choices, increase their private space, make new friends, set personal goals, increase their possessions, and exercise their freedom of movement. As we wrap up creation of your list, other possible action items for you include posting client rights for all to see, adding a client's rights meeting to your admission process, and creating daily living skills trainings for your clients. Since the skills cover daily activities, have your clients practice them daily until they become habit. The daily living training can cover such subjects as budgeting, personal care, and household management. Finally, remember to be patient with your clients and work towards helping them achieve their individual goals. This is the end of the Personal Rights and Responsibilities module of the Training for Community-Based Living Arrangements certification by the State of Nevada's Department of Health and Human Services. You must now take a test on your knowledge of this subject, and when you pass, you'll be able to print and download a certificate of completion.